G'day, I'm Mark from Self Sufficient Me, and I just love this gardening tool. So much so that I got two of them. This is an old relic left over from my army days. I retired from the military about 10 years ago now in 2008 and became a home dad. And this little fella followed me out of the military and into the garden. This is so versatile. It's about the only thing that I ever need to do the garden beds or plant a fruit tree. And there's a few simple and easy reasons why it's so good and why I rate it so much. So let's just get into it. Now, those of you who have watched my channel for a long time would know that a few years ago I did do a video on this particular gardening tool. So this is a bit of a revamp, and I thought it was worth going over and why this is the gardening tool you should have in the shed ready for any gardening action you need. First of all, it's a really good design. It's like a pick and a shovel in one. In fact, even the shovel can be used as a pick or a hoe. It's a really good size, it's lightweight, but it's robust and strong. I mean, military grade tools generally have to be. I can tell you now, over the years, especially during my military service, I've dug many a fighting pit with this little fella here. A 6 foot, that's my height, a little bit lower, fighting pit. I'm not talking one bay here for two people, I'm talking 2 bays and sleeping bays. You know, that's a big deep hole that was dug just with this, and I've done it several times. They really do work well, and so no doubt they work perfect in the garden. I love the way that this fella has the ability to change it into just one scraper like this without the pick on the end, so it's safer or just easier to use, or you can move it out and use it just as a shovel. Obviously you screw this back up and it won't move anywhere, and that locks it into place. Or of course you can get rid of the shovel part, fold that away and just use the pick end for probing into things, I don't know, attacking the enemy, or as a standard pick. And now my grandfather, I worked with him many times in his opal mines over the years. I mean, he's passed away now, and he'd use these little picks to just pick away at the potch when he found a run of opal, just to make sure that he didn't smash anything that was, you know, possibly a great opal find or something like that. And this reminds me a little bit of those miner's picks that you can just pick away on. So yeah, extremely robust and strong. But I usually just use it like this, open flat out. And even when I'm shoveling, I don't bother extending it out because I just use it underhand. A bit like an anchor, but I just scrape from underhand if I'm doing a garden bed and push it to the side. Or if I'm digging a hole, I'm digging down like that, and then I'm scooping out, bringing up and putting to the side if I'm planting a fruit tree or something like that. This particular one has a wooden handle, which I find really comfortable. I like the wooden handle on it. It's riveted in. It's extremely solid, like I said. This one here, I think it was made in the 60s. They sometimes have a stamp on them, but I think the stamp's worn off on how old this exactly is. But you know, there's a bit of surface rust on there. Maintenance is easy. Just throw a bit of oil there on the thread or on the head, spray it with a bit of UB40, and that's all I've been doing. This one here I've personally had for about 30 years or more. Yeah, about 30 years. And yeah, it's been a little ripper. They call these an ET, an entrenching tool, in the military because they're usually used for digging trenches. Anything from, like I said, digging a fighting pit to digging a little trench around your fart sack where you lay your head down for the night so that if it rains, the water doesn't flow through because you're usually sleeping on the ground. If you dig that trench around yourself, just standard camping really, isn't it? And that water will then hopefully trench away and not soak yourself. So that's what they call them, an ET. A lot of people double up on it and call it an ET tool, which is technically incorrect. An entrenching tool is what you're saying. But yeah, if you call it an ET, an entrenching tool, that's what it is. But most people would tend to think it's just a really clever gardening tool. I'd recommend you buy one of these on Amazon or eBay. Links are in the description below, but I would go for the robust and more expensive options than any of the cheap, flimsy steel ones that just might rust out and bend after a good lot of hard yakka. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Also, give the video a big thumbs up. Bye for now.